Welcome to the lane. As you see, we're all very happy to have everyone back. We had a couple weeks where we had to call some audibles.
Yeah.
But we're back.
We back like we never left.
And we were talking about something right before hitting record. And then we had a funny reaction, and then we decided to wait. So.
I'm going to ask the question again.
Yeah, go ahead.
Soap?
Do anybody know what soaps are?
I do.
Soaps.
You wash.
Spell it.
With it.
Spell it.
It's like the word soap.
SOAPS.
Yeah.
Soaps.
It's a product from the 90s.
It is a product from the 90s.
And it's not soap
it's not soap.
that you clean with.
No.
No.
Are they like Crocs?
You're closer,
You're
but
close,
no.
but
Their
no.
shoes?
Yes.
Yes.
Soaps.
And you still don't know?
Oh, and you can like slide on them?
Yes.
Like the bottoms are like real slick?
Yes.
What the fuck? Why would you want your shoes to be slick?
No,
Bro,
it's sick, dude.
It was like Heelys before Heelys.
Imagine,
Yeah,
But like-
I'm vaguely remembering this now. Yeah.
Like, bro, just imagine having a skateboard on your, literally a skateboard on your feet.
yeah. So
Yeah, but how are you gonna walk?
well, no, it's not that. It's not that slick. What's cool
Say
about
when
it
you walk with Heelys, old man.
is
Jesus
you,
Christ.
is you could
Oh man!
is you could jump.
How do them kids do that?
I always see them tilting their legs back and just zooming down there.
But no, like what was cool about soaps is you could literally like jump and put your feet on a rail and like
And
you would
slide,
down.
like grind the rail. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
super
It was.
dangerous. Yeah,
that's not
It
fair.
was.
I broke my wrist rollerblading when I was a kid. I'm not doing.
Really?
I'm not doing that.
That's
yeah.
the most extreme thing I've ever heard from you.
I broke my wrist BMXing, bro.
Did you?
Whenever
I
I was a
haven't broken
kid.
anything.
I've broken my hand, but
My
I've
heart.
not skateboarding. Oh.
I broke my foot jumping off of a swing,
You're like,
doing
no,
a
cholesterol.
900.
Who got the
fucking.
Who got the best broken bone story up in here?
Mine's
have
not
none.
good, but what do you call
Man.
best? The best story or the most break? I broke like almost every bone in my hand.
Okay, tell us.
It's not a good
Damn.
story.
What'd you do,
during
dude?
sex.
I was an
What'd you do?
angsty teenager that was like, "Fuck you, mom," and
you
I
punched
instead
something?
of punching the wall like this, I like
Yeah.
hammer fisted,
Oh,
and I did
well.
it so hard that by 3:00 in the morning, my hand was like 3 times the size.
Well,
It's called. I got a boxer's fracture, is what they call it.
yeah, I got that too. Well, I'll tell
Yeah.
you my breaks real quick. I broke my wrist, like I said, rollerblade when I was a kid at Akron Skate Park.
You just
Coming down the little incline, and I was just like, thought I could do it, and I fell back and tried to
yep.
catch
That's what always
myself,
happens.
and bam, broke my
You
wrist.
got to tuck and roll.
Another time, like I said, I was jumping off some swings. Like we used to jump off, do contests, who could do the best trick and shit. I tried to do like a bunch of spins, and I came down and broke my foot.
Ooh.
One time, it wasn't technically a break, but kind of like that. I was jumping on a trampoline with my friend. We thought it was funny to throw a quarter in the middle, and then like count to 3 and both dive for it. And he was kind of a hefty kid, and I got to it first and like had my arm fully outstretched on it, and he just like fucking belly flop smashed on my arm, and it like separated the muscle from the bone and shit. Pretty bad.
That's bad.
I broke my hand. I broke my knuckle right here the same way. I can still not spread this hand as far as I can spread this hand. But I did the same thing. I punched a wall that I didn't know was like a plaster wall.
Yep.
But I caught it like with my pinky though, and it smashed my shit in. That hurt pretty bad.
Yeah.
And then most recently, I think I broke. Was it this? I forget. It was this elbow. Excuse me. It was this elbow. I was riding in the rain. For some reason, I thought it would be a good idea to take my daughter's hoverboard in the rain.
That's a good idea.
And I went as fast as I possibly could. Not really intentionally, but you know, you get that lean going. You
Yeah,
start
it's
cooking,
momentum.
and it's just like beep 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 beep. Like it was giving me the warning, like you're going way too
Hey, you're about to get
fast.
fucked up.
And it was like slick as shit out, and I just like started doing the death wobble, and I was like, oh god, I was in the street, and it just went, and I fucking fell, and I don't know how I fell, but I fucking chipped my elbow up and shit. That hurt really bad. Fucking hoverboard almost went in the gutter.
So did you break something in
It was
that
bad. Yeah,
story?
I broke my elbow. I said I
You
shattered
broke
my
it?
elbow.
Oh, shit! I missed the word shattered. I heard your elbow, but
it like it chipped some pieces off of my elbow.
damn,
and
did
shit.
you have surgery or was it just like
No, he said it would heal and be
Yeah.
cool, but I mean, I feel it.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah, when
Man.
it's like cold or rainy out, my hand like it like does this, like where I can't like. I mean, I can move it, but it's
Yeah.
so like limited.
Yeah, that my elbow and my hand is the two I get the most like arthritis type of pain.
Well, yeah, he definitely cooked me on the bone breaking shit. I only broke 3 bones.
You said you broke your collarbone once, didn't you?
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
I ain't never had no,
No,
shit like
that's-
that.
That's the best break right there. That shit was horrid.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably you probably win that trophy.
First
Like,
bone I ever broke, dog, was my middle finger, and it's so funny because I'm on a basketball court. You know what I'm saying? Talking shit.
You get stubbed.
Put the fucking middle finger up, like "fuck you, bitch."
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? Bow. Fucking basketball comes, stubs the fuck out of my shit. You know
That's
what I'm
the
saying?
worst.
Breaks my finger.
That sucks so bad.
So I learned my lesson. You know what I'm saying? And then I broke my left knee in the,
Jesus.
in
Yeah,
the, in the
what did
6th
your-
grade, bro.
He's like, you got me beat, but I broke bigger, worse bones.
Yeah.
in the 6th grade,
It's like I
bro. It
collapsed
was
my rib cage.
That was just
it was
skull fracture.
it was the last day of school, so it was field day. You know what I'm
Half a
saying?
cyborg.
He's like, you got me beat, man. He's like, part of my skull's missing.
Blows in a straw and wheels out of here.
But on fucking
Blows on a straw and wheels out of here. Talking about getting canceled, Jesus Christ. Oh, that was great.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
Hey,
I didn't.
I popped for that one. That was great.
oh man.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
All
I'm
right.
sorry, Christopher Reeves or anybody in that situation.
Sorry. Superman was cool.
Yeah, Dave.
All right. So
Oh, man,
look,
go ahead, Dave. This man.
in 6th grade, I go to the school on the last day because it's field day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anybody don't know what field day is this day where you just go kick it at school and be
Love
playing
field
outside, a whole
day.
bunch of games, whole bunch of little like recreational activities, whatever.
Everybody had that, right? You guys had
I think so.
Okay. So
All right. So it's this 50-yard dash. You know what I'm saying? 50-yard dash, not a 40 yards, 50 yards.
That extra 10's too many.
So listen, I'm
It
gonna
kinda
tell
is,
you why
yeah,
that
yeah.
extra 10 was too fucking many. All right.
oh, God.
Listen, dog. It's this dude. He just kept talking shit to me the whole day. Like I'm gonna burn you in the race, Dave. I'm gonna get your ass. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm about to put the wheels on your shit, boy.
Like one leg.
He's like, I'm
He was
fast
blowing
as
on a
fuck.
straw.
Like,
I was holding that in, dude. I almost said that too. I was like,
He's like, I'm gonna get you, Dave.
yeah.
so this motherfucker.
I almost said something very similar. And I'm like, no, you gotta limit how many
we
times I say
already
things
went
like
there.
that.
Fuck
Yeah.
Listen, it's my first fucking day back. I gotta talk. Let me say some shit.
We're just spicing up the story for you.
Yeah, just telling the
He's like,
truth.
you don't understand how fast my chair is.
Hey, bro, listen. In a 50-yard dash, this kid, like, he just keep talking that shit to me. So I'm like, we about to run it up. I'm about to get his ass. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, since it was the last day of school, you know, the parents was allowed to come and watch. You know what I'm saying? My parents wasn't able to
cool.
make it because they was at work at the time. But
Yeah.
some of their friends had showed up on their behalf for me. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's
So,
what a
like-
support group.
I know that's some dedicated friends.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like some of their
I ain't
friends
showing
have
up for
showed
my
up for
friends,
me
kid.
or
That's what
whatever.
I'm
So
saying.
I'm in this race, okay? Boom! I start smoking this dude. All right, and I remember his name. His name was Dan. So
Fuck you,
Dan.
Dan.
yeah, dog. So I smoked this fool. You know what I'm saying? I get to the 40, bro. I get to the 40 because they got lines on the motherfucker like on a football field.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I get to the 40 on my side of the track, it's a little lump in the grass, but I don't see it. You know what I'm saying?
Rolled ankle.
Bro, I smacked that fucking lump. As soon as I smacked the lump, I was so close to the ground already. My knee was just like,
Yep.
went straight through. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
I'm just laying on the ground. This teacher of mine, his name was Mr. Sahlstrom. And he was like this real cool dude. He went to the Peace Corps for a little
Sounds
while
like
and then came
kind of
back.
sounds like a hard ass. That's like a hard ass last name.
Bro, it seemed like he used to be, but then he went to
Yeah.
the Peace Corps and came back, and he was like,
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
he was peaceful.
blue side, you know what I'm saying?
He's like they chilled out my core
So
with peace.
he comes over to me, and you know, obviously I was a chubby kid in the 6th grade, you know what I'm saying? So he come over to me and he pat me on the side and he like, come on, buddy, it's okay, just get up. We'll get you some water. You can breathe. Get up. And I'm just laying there, not moving, dog. And because I know something's wrong. In my mind, I'm thinking to myself, like, how am I about to stand up? Because I don't know how. Something's wrong with my leg.
Right.
Yeah, that's the worst feeling.
You know what I'm saying? And he's just like, come on, buddy. I know you're tired, but we got to get you up. And I'm like, Mr. Sostrom, I can't get up. There's something wrong with my knee. So then you can like see the frustration on his face. And he's like, get the nurse. Like he just says it to somebody.
Yeah.
He's like, damn it, I was about to diddle this kid.
Yeah.
So
It's no fun. He just lays there.
Yeah, he can't run now.
My fucking knee is just, I'm all bummed out on the ground. Okay. My parents' friends come running over. She's got this frozen bottle of water. She's like, what's wrong, honey?
Oh, she just happened to have a frozen bottle of water?
Yeah, like literally.
Probably
It was like half
cooler.
frozen, half cooled off. You know
That's
what I'm
the
saying?
bomb shit. I
Yeah.
just keep the ice on
The
me.
cooler in the back of the
she's
van.
like, she opens up the water, lets me take a sip, and then puts it on my knee. And I'm like, I'm going to try to get up. I think it's a good idea for me to try to walk.
Yeah.
As I'm trying to get up, I look over and I see the fucking school nurse coming a running with a fucking wheelchair.
A wheelchair?
With a fucking wheelchair across a grass field. Okay,
probably-
you know how hard it
It'd
is
be
to push a
funny if it was
wheelchair.
like the two dudes with a gurney.
You know how
Get
hard
up!
it
You
is
just
to
hear,
push
like,
a fucking
Benny Hill,
wheelchair across a grass field? Like, so she's like, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to hurry to get to me.
Yeah, they probably didn't want you to stand on it.
She hits
Yeah.
the divot.
Yeah. Oh.
But as I
Two
look
men
over,
down.
I'm like, oh, can't walk. You know what I'm saying? So I fall right back down.
Yeah.
He ends
They
up
end
being
up-
the dude in the wheelchair.
They end up fixing me up. This fucking guy, man.
So wait, did you have to have surgery on your knee?
No, I literally had, I went to the doctor. They took an x-ray of my knee. They tell me I had a shattered patella.
Oh.
Damn.
I thought that I was going to have surgery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they're like, we're going to put this special brace on you. Your knee's going to stay bent like this.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then
So
over time, it'll heal properly.
you were
Take
crutching
2
it for a while.
aspirins and call me in the morning.
Yeah, I was definitely on crutches for like almost a month. And then after I was on crutches for a month with my leg bent, they straightened me out and made me wear a stiff one. So I
Yeah.
couldn't bend my leg at all anymore.
Yeah.
So I went from having a bent leg all the time like a fucking chicken wing to
Right.
straight out. And now
So you
like
just constantly had a stiff one.
Sometimes too.
Damn, dude.
every time,
How long that last?
oh my God.
Way too long. He had to tell his
How
doctor
long-
about it.
How long did you have to wear the stiff one?
That was like another 4 weeks for real. So.
Jesus.
Yeah, he definitely had to call the
Yeah.
doctor.
They
I-
definitely
I-
call after
yeah,
like a
that's
couple
what I'm saying. I've
hours.
heard things about that.
Yeah.
Dude, the weirdest part about when I broke my hand, though, there was a couple of weird things about it. But when they removed my cast, because I had a cast where my hand was in this position, like where these fingers were bent.
Yeah.
And when I got the cast taken off, as you can see, like my hand is a little hairy. But like, dude, my hand was like a wolf man. Like my hair was so long right here that like you could like comb it.
Oh my
And it had,
God.
I'm not kidding. And it had something to do with.
It had like fur.
No, I'm not kidding, dude. Like
You remind me of Blair Witch.
they were telling me it has something to do with like because your cast contains moisture or something,
Yeah.
which makes your hair something weird like that. But it was crazy. And then the thing that was really weird is like I didn't shave my hand. The hair just kind of
It just
leveled out, I guess.
That's
Yeah,
I don't
pretty
know.
cool. I had to wear like a C-clamp brace on my
Yeah.
hand when I broke it, and that was annoying as fuck.
I had a full like here up and then my finger. It was like it's kind of like I was like doing this all the time.
You
but
was
it
like
was
Spider-Man.
It was like this, yeah. But
No,
like
it was
not
kinda,
not
it was
like
kind of
this,
like that first Spider-Man movie when he's like, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
It's like they caught me mid motion of being a
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I've never broken anything, but the closest I got was actually not that long ago. I was working and I fell off of like the front of the stage. Like I was not like off of a tall.
Did it knock the
part
wind
of
out
it,
of you?
This
No,
dude
no,
fell
no,
off
no.
a balcony before.
Oh.
You should tell
Oh
that
my
story.
God.
But like
Here we fucking go.
I go to step off of it, and I like wasn't anticipating how big of a drop it was.
Right.
So I landed sideways on my foot, but still standing up. Like
Ah.
my legs
So you,
like
like,
this,
rolled
but
your
my
ankle.
foot's on that side.
Yeah, like pinched it. Like
and
That's
I
horrible.
like fell down. Like it was so quick that I like looked up. I'm like, I'm on the ground. What happened? And so like a bunch of people are like, you okay? Like, do you need help or anything? I'm like, no, I'm fine. Like I was like, I probably just twisted my ankle. It's fine.
He just pulled himself back
So,
up in the wheelchair and
Yep, I went. I scooted on away.
that's never gonna get
I was gonna say, I already regret saying that.
But
I loved it.
But I get up and I keep working or whatever. I'm kind of limping a little bit. I'm like, yeah, like it was a bad sprain or whatever, but like I twisted it. It's fine. Like I'll be fine. So like I go on through the rest of the day, and then I sit down and I like stand back up, and I'm like, I can barely walk right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
like swole up.
well, I couldn't tell because I was like, I had my shoes on and everything, and I was like, well,
Can't
I'm
take
at work.
those off.
Like I was like, I'm at work. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. They're cemented on.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in that chair.
So I put like ice on my ankle for.
What is happening? I derailed this whole thing with a single joke.
I put ice on my ankle and whatever. I'm like, all right, like I'll just keep my foot up, and then I'm sure it'll be better by the end of the day. But at the end of the day, I literally could barely walk, like to the point where I like, and it got worse if I would sit down and stand back up, because then if I sat for a minute, it would like
rest.
and then I'd stand up and I literally
yeah.
looked like I was walking like Frankenstein. Like I was like,
Oh shit.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, dude, there was like a solid like at least 5 to 6 years of my life where I was skateboarding heavy, like where every day I was trying like some wild shit. So like rolling my ankle was like
A common thing.
yeah, just like a daily thing.
It
So
happens.
well, and I didn't think anything of it because I just
sucks.
assumed like, I probably just like rolled it. It's not a big deal. Like it's just gonna hurt for tonight. And then I got home and I finally, found out I could take my shoes off, and I look at my ankle, and like where your bone sticks out in your ankle.
Yeah.
It was
Your ankle?
swollen to this like almost the size of a baseball. Like
Oh
it
my
looked
God.
like I had
Oh, shit.
cankles, but on one leg.
Damn.
And it was all purple. Like halfway up the side of my leg was purple. My foot was
Jesus.
purple, and I'm like,
And this is all from, what did you do again?
he fell
I
off
ju-
the stage.
Oh,
And
you fell off.
pinched
How
it, yeah.
how like far is that?
it wasn't like from the top of it, but I was coming down off of it, and like
Like
it was
3
probably
feet?
Okay, it's probably
yeah,
like 3
probably
feet, 4 feet. I mean, that's all you need.
Yeah,
For real, honestly, you could just walk wrong to roll
You
your
could
ankle.
drown in a teaspoon of water.
Okay,
For real.
I mean,
That's real.
is it?
Damn.
Yes,
I don't think that's true.
that's true.
How?
Look it up. Don't ask me. I'm not a scientist. Don't ask me how. I don't know. How do we drown it all? Why can't we fucking breathe underwater? I don't know.
Well, I know,
We
but
don't have
a
gills.
I don't know.
but what I'm saying is a teaspoon of water. Wouldn't you just consume that?
Not if you breathe it. You gonna consume it through your
Hold
nose.
on, let me try.
Well,
it.
no, I mean,
Yeah, I'm talking about like you take a whole teaspoon of water and
What
like
you about to do? Inhale?
don't do it. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
I was like, how?
You
Okay,
could definitely drown in a
I'm
teaspoon.
not talking about taking a sip of.
but you would die.
Teaspoon? Yeah, you could.
Could you?
I'm not saying you 100% of the time would. I'm saying you can.
Just because you drown don't mean you'll die though.
Couldn't you die?
You
from
can
an
drown
air?
and still be alive.
Wait,
Okay.
can you?
Yeah. You can
can
definitely
die
drown
and come back
and
to
be
life.
alive. You know? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like somebody give you CPR
Oh,
It's
okay.
the
okay,
miracle
okay,
of
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Christ.
Well, I was gonna say because it's
because
not like
I feel like you're not dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not
Power of Christ
necessarily.
compels you.
I was just confused because like I thought what you meant was like okay, you can be burned, but not burned to death, right? Like you
Yeah.
can be burned.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a true statement too. Yeah.
but-
So like you
but-
can drown but
long
not
enough,
drown to
or if you
death.
burn long enough.
But
you're
in my
probably
mind,
gonna
if you
die.
drown, like if I said, "Hey, my brother drowned," the
What
other
about
day, you wouldn't be
dry
like, "Oh, did he
drowning?
survive?" You'd be like, "Oh shit, he's dead."
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I would literally ask, is he alive?
That's what I'm saying. But you would
Yeah, if
assume.
you say drown, he's dead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now
Yeah.
you might be right, like grammatically,
Yeah.
that's accurate.
Well,
I don't
'cause
know.
You could say he was drowning.
But if
the
you
other
say
day.
someone, like if I say like Mike burned in a fire, you would know he was dead.
True.
I would say he got burned.
Right.
If he was alive.
I guess what I'm saying is
You're gonna
like,
get burned
like
if you
I've
keep it
almost,
up.
I've almost drowned like 3 times in my life. It's actually I don't like water because I've almost drowned so many times.
Yeah.
But like
Can you
I
swim?
don't. Yeah, not. I mean, I'm okay. Like,
Okay.
like if you put me in the ocean, I'm just gonna. I'm
oh,
already.
yeah, I mean-
I'm dead. Like,
Well, that's a lot of us. I mean,
I'll say this: if you put me in the center of a lake, I might
Yeah.
not make it.
okay. If
Some
you
people
put me
can
in the
swim
center of a
across it.
lake,
how big
I'm
of a
getting
lake?
back.
Like a great
but
lake?
it's gonna be.
I
tough.
don't know, but I'm just saying that like I'm not a
Great Lakes
confident
is
swimmer.
big.
But when I was a kid, I was like, if you throw me in the water, I'm gonna die. Like,
Yeah, like
and-
Lake Erie. What we talking?
I don't know.
Lake Erie is big.
I didn't. I didn't.
You put me in the middle of Lake Erie, I'm dead.
I didn't. I didn't. I didn't.
It's over.
I
with.
didn't
It's like
think
an
it
ocean.
out. I
That's
didn't.
where people go to die.
Yeah, I didn't think out the metaphor, but what I was
But
gonna
I know
say
what
is
you mean,
like, I always told people like, yeah, I've almost drowned.
Mhm.
I've never said I drowned,
Okay,
but I
got
made
you.
it.
Yeah.
I got
Like,
you. Yeah.
What brought that up? Why were we talking about drowning?
Because you
drown
said
in
you
a
could drown
teaspoon
from
of
a
water.
teaspoon of water.
Oh yeah, is that true?
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay, I think it is.
Just a teaspoon of water can cause drowning.
That what it said?
That's
Oh,
but
okay,
I'm gonna
well,
look up like
Just a teaspoon of water could make you drowsy.
that's what I said. Just a little teaspoon.
teaspoon of something
I
else.
wish.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, for real. I was gonna say.
I gotta be honest. This
Fire
whole
water.
time, every time I look over at Dave now, I'm picturing him in a chair.
Well, technically, he is in a chair, but that's not what you mean. What's gonna be funny is when
Hey,
at the
listen,
end of the
dude.
episode when he goes, "I'm seriously sick of this, guys," and then he actually does like and gets out of here.
That's fucking hilarious.
I'm sorry, Dave. I just meant it to be a throwaway joke, not canon.
You're forever the chair guy.
I mean,
But
hey,
you know what's dangerous about that is how quickly he falls asleep. You would just be like asleep in the chair,
yeah, just like snoring.
snoring, and
You
he's
just see-
moving in little
He just like run the
increments.
tube up his nose. He's just
Yeah.
like,
He's sitting there like this.
Oh my god.
You know what?
that's
I'm just
your
gonna,
character on the
I'm
show.
just gonna
You
say
got
it.
Mikey Big Balls.
I hope it never happens.
Sleepy Dave.
But I think you could pull off a wheelchair, dude.
Sleepy
Wow, you
Dave.
could pull
You could pull
off
it
a
I feel like I
wheelchair.
would not be knees down.
I feel like you could pull
can't.
off a wheelchair.
I think I could
Knees
too.
down.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
seem like a wheelchair.
I would
kinda
be like a
guy.
villain
You
type
don't know
of
who
dude in a
knees
wheelchair.
down is?
Yeah.
No.
All right, listen.
what?
I got a little homework assignment.
Wait, what? I missed.
I missed it too. A what?
He said that I could pull off a wheelchair.
Uh-huh.
I said. Whenever he said I could pull off a wheelchair, I said there's no way I could be knees down.
Oh,
I thought you meant you
He
couldn't be-
said knees down, and I said, you don't know who knees down is?
That's
don't-
when you fucking...
I don't know what that is either.
Do you know
You don't know who
D's?
knees down is?
That's a person?
Do you know D's?
Yes, knees down. It's a character from a movie.
Okay, let me Google that now.
Do you know D's?
Yep.
Knees down.
These nuts.
Yeah.
These nuts.
What do I search?
Knees down.
I mean, that's what I searched, but I mean, like,
Knees
what is it a
nuts.
reference to?
Okay, look. It's,
you know
it's,
Barry?
it's from Mac and Devin Go to High
Okay,
School.
Mac and Devin.
Do you know Barry?
Barry.
Barry
Mike
McCocken.
Look at the guy you see.
Okay. No, I don't know him.
Do you know Herb?
Wait,
Herb who?
is it Andy
Her butt
Milonakis?
smells.
Yes, sir. Knees
Yeah.
down, bro. Andy Milonakis.
Oh,
That's
yes,
his character
I know
from Mac
who
and
he
Devin
is.
Go to High School, bro.
Yes.
Mandy
Okay.
Schmiller
Dude, I love Andy Milonakis.
Hell yeah, man. This
Isn't he
dude
like
is hilarious.
I don't know how old
Yeah,
he is, but
everyone
he's-
loved
he's
him until
like
they found out
48.
he was a grown
I
man.
still like him.
Yeah, I still
He
fuck
went
with
way
dude.
downhill when people found out he was a grown man.
In the public, yeah, but I'm saying, why does that make a difference?
Because it's funny. It's like a kid.
I
If
feel
it's
like
a grown man,
Andy
it's weird.
Milonakis is he has like the same condition as like Gary Coleman,
Yeah.
whoever.
Yeah,
Who's
he
the kid
does.
from Bad Grandpa? Does he
I
have
thought he
that
said
too?
Gary Oldman.
I think Gary
I'm like,
Coleman
what?
had the same problem.
No, I think Bad Grandpa is a kid. That's
I
just a
think
kid.
a lot of people got
Okay.
weirded out when they found out Gary Coleman was like not.
I guess what I'm saying is
kid.
that with
What you
Andy
talking about,
Milonakis,
Willis?
I never thought he was a child. I never thought that.
You never thought he was a child at one point.
Well,
Like, what?
I'm saying. Let me. I mean,
I was born a midget man.
No. I'm saying when Andy Milonakis show was on MTV, I didn't think he was a kid.
Oh, I thought you meant Gary.
Yeah, I was like, dude, Gary Coleman wasn't.
No,
I
said
definitely
Andy
thought
Milonakis.
I
Andy
definitely
Milonakis
thought
was
Andy
definitely not
Milonakis
a
was a
kid.
teenager when he had his show.
I just assumed. I thought he was
I did too.
younger, but I
I
didn't
did
think he
too.
was a kid.
He used to be on.
I thought he was just like
Jimmy
a-
Kimmel or something, or I mean, you might not remember. You're probably too young. I don't know, but like he was on something else.
Okay.
He was on something else before he got his own show as like a little side character where like he would be out on the street fucking with people.
I like Andy
under the
Milonakis.
guise of like he like everybody
He's a
thought he was a
kid, yeah.
kid. You know what I mean? And he'd be like drinking beer, like doing funny shit that adults would do, and they'd be like,
Let me tell you, I
think he's
My
great.
favorite thing is the Eric Andre show. That
Yeah,
shit
you know that's
kills
why
me.
that's why I tried
Yeah,
to
his
that's
shit's
why I
pretty
tried to
good.
school you the other day on like telling you should look into Tom Green because Eric Andre show is
Tom
a
Green
direct
to hump a
ripoff
dead
of
moose.
the Tom Green show.
"Yeah, Tom Green, he's pretty funny."
You remember the Red Green show?
The Red Green Show,
Mm-hmm.
that Christmas show.
No,
No, that's what it should have been called.
some late night shit from back in the day. Ain't no little nasty shit or nothing like that. But
Then I
It's
wouldn't
called
know
The
it.
Red
Yeah, I was just gonna say doesn't
No,
sound like it's
Tom
worth
Green- Tom
knowing.
Green was on that motherfucker.
Oh, Tom
really?
Green was on that. So
Yeah.
who was the Red? Red Fox?
I don't remember who the dude was. It definitely was.
I would watch that show. Tom Green and Red Fox.
Dude,
I would
Tom
watch
Green and
that.
Red Fox. I'd just be interested to see what the fuck is going on.
Same, dude. What would they even talk? It would
They'll
just
be
be Red
arguing.
Fox pissed off that
Yeah, he'd
he's
be
with
mad
Tom
as-
Green.
exactly.
And Tom Green would be like, "What do you call a person with cheese on the face? A cheese face." And then
Wow.
Red Fox would be like, "What's
Yeah.
going on?"
Oh, you
Let's
shut the fuck
let's
up, you
just
a
all
cheese
agree.
face.
Red
Yeah.
Fox was way funnier than Tom Green.
No,
Yes.
no. It
Oh,
depends on
come
your
on,
comedy, I guess.
Oh man.
I was trying to see. So him being
We're
on
not
the
doing a
Jim,
comedy tier list.
the Jimmy
All
Kimmel
right,
thing
Bill
was,
Cosby.
wasn't.
Oh,
Oh boy.
oh God. We're
I
canceled.
Yeah.
never liked Bill's comedy. Like I never thought he was funny.
No, I don't
No.
like no.
The only reason I even said that, I'm sure if you play it back, you can see on my face that I was thinking to say Bill Cosby, but I was just thinking about how we were saying it'd be funny to like say something and then just immediately cut.
Oh, yeah.
Cut it out. And
like,
I was like,
Bill
Bill Cosby.
Cosby.
So, anyways, we're back.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
What's weird is all kinds of stuff is listed in Andy Milonakis's IMDb, but
smelly eggs?
but
Used to do
not
that.
but not his show.
What?
Really?
Yeah,
It's like erased from history.
for real.
Yeah,
Like
what
it's
the
not.
hell?
Well, like
I
his-
remember it.
his-
Peas on my head, but don't call me a
Dude,
pea head.
there was so many funny shit in there. Like, but like, what is? There's a TV series called Riff Raff Realm,
I feel like I've heard of that.
and it's got
Riff Raff?
Jerry from like Jerry Springer, I think. Wait, is that the
Oh,
same?
What? Jerry?
Hold on.
Jerry?
Maybe not. Let me look.
Jerry.
It says Jerry S. But let me
Jerry
see if it's Seinfeld.
Jerry
Yeah,
Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld.
He's the way more famous.
There's no
Jerry
way
S.
that. There's no way that.
He's like, I'm actually just Jerry S.
There's no way though that he would do something with Andy Milonakis.
Why
right?
wouldn't he? Why not?
Hey yo, y'all remember that show? The Hard Times of R.J. Berger.
Yeah,
Ah, that
I
sounds
do. I think you
familiar,
might have
but-
got me hip to it.
Bro, they used to be the wave to me back
It
then.
was
There was
like
a show that
2
used to come on MTV. It's this little nerdy dude with a
With a massive schlong.
yeah, dog.
Okay.
He was like
He
the
got the
nerdy
big
dude that was
gold wood.
swinging the schlong.
Yeah, he was
And it was called
swinging.
The
Yeah,
Hard Times of
literally.
R.J.
I'm looking at it
Berger.
right now. It came out in 2010, and the cover is literally him with his pants down.
Yeah.
That was like his claim to fame in school. Like
Hell
he had the big
yeah.
old dong.
Weird. That's a weird thing
It
to be
was
known
kind of.
for.
It was cool. It was a good little series for like 2 seasons.
It's like a Mikey Big
That's
Balls
all it
thing.
was 2
Yeah.
seasons.
Yeah,
And then they took it off.
yeah.
Speaking of movies and
good.
TV, there was something I wanted to tell you guys that's pretty crazy.
Tell us.
So, The Matrix.
Yeah.
You guys do like it, and have you seen it? Are you familiar? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I like that's like top tier like trilogy for me. Like I
Okay.
love The Matrix. So lately I've been because they have the new one coming out at the end of the year.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, which I'm a little nervous about that. We can talk about
Resurrections, right?
yeah, and we can talk
Oh,
about
yeah, I
that
did
for a
hear about
second
that,
too,
that's right.
because there's a couple things with that. But what's crazy is I binge watched. Do you guys remember the Animatrix?
Yeah.
It was like an
Yeah.
anime short
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
we
so
were just talking
we
about
were
that
talking
earlier.
about
I
that,
had that.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
had that.
So the other day, because they're on HBO Max now, I watched all of I watched Matrix, Reloaded, Revolutions, and then Animatrix.
Mhm.
Something fucking crazy, dude. So the first movie came out in '99. Okay?
Okay.
Reloaded, Revolutions, and Animatrix all came out from May to November in 2003.
Oh wow.
Name me any movie that has ever done that. I'm sure it has happened. I would assume.
I don't know none.
But even Marvel doesn't do that.
Right.
Not 3 movies. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and
I
even-
could think of a couple that came out like.
Well, and
Over
even
with.
Marvel doing it,
Wait,
even them
are
is
you saying,
different.
like back-to-back years?
No,
No,
I'm
like
saying
the
one
same
year.
year.
The same
I'm
year.
saying 1 year they
Within,
put out
like,
the
6
first
months.
one. Yeah, in '99 they put out the first one,
Mhm.
and then in the year 2003, in like 6 to 8 month period, they put out 3 different things.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
So like that would be like if like Iron Man 1 came out, and then 2 years
2,
later
3,
they were
and-
like
yeah.
2, 3, and a spinoff also came
Yeah.
out.
Right.
I was like, dude, what they had to have done is they had to have filmed in '98 or whatever, put out the one in '99, it
Yeah.
blew up, and then they were like, okay, so now we're gonna film everything in the next couple years, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
drop everything. But like, how weird is it that they didn't do like Reloaded, and then in 2004?
I'm not
Revolu-
sure the distance between the Back to the Futures. I know 2 and 3 were filmed at the same time.
I'm gonna look it up just because I'm
Um,
curious. I was thinking the other day, I wonder if any other movie
I'm
has
pretty
done
sure
that.
they're not that far apart. Also, Halloween 4 and Halloween 5 were like made pretty much right back to back. Like,
But that's what I'm
but
saying.
that's like 2 films. I'm saying 3. That's
well, even
crazy.
still, them being made, did they drop 2?
They might
in
have
1
dropped
year?
within within
That would be even
12
crazier because
months,
that's like a seasonal kind of.
Mhm.
That's even crazier.
yeah.
In October, you have 2.
Oh, I can't wait for the new one.
Halloween doesn't always drop in October. Sometimes
I
it does,
figured,
but
yeah.
The-
But I'm
the-
just saying
the
that
one is I can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
It-
I haven't
it's
watched the
on
trailer.
Peacock, which I have. I think it's
I
Peacock.
want to go see it.
But,
in
yeah, I
theaters.
wanna go see it.
Yeah.
I can't wait
Same
for.
with the new Sopranos movie. I want to see.
I didn't know they were doing that either.
Yeah.
With
Soprano is sticking your butt.
all right. Speaking of the Matrix, though, have any of you seen the new trailer?
Hell yeah. I watched that shit.
Yeah, it
No,
looks
I didn't-
cool,
I
but
didn't
like there's
see
some stuff that I'm nervous about.
Yeah.
I'll just say this: spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
I mean, the Matrix has been out since 1999. Where the fuck have you been if you haven't
I've
seen
been
it yet?
out
Right,
since
yeah.
1999.
You have, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Congratulations, dude.
You were
Thank
born
you.
into the Matrix in '99.
was,
How
yeah.
trippy is that?
Boom.
Yeah, and
we're still
things
here.
started going down.
There's a great YouTube series. I don't know if
I
mentioned
don't
this
like.
before.
I don't like the fact that. I don't know if this is true or not, but from the way that the trailer looked,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry if this ruins anything for anybody.
Nah, fuck 'em.
But
I gave
You're
the
gonna
warning.
ruin it.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that Morpheus is not
Yeah. So
Lawrence Fishburne.
so there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about with that.
Can't fucking do that.
Well, there's a couple things I wanted to talk about with that. That
Recasts are always.
It's not
meh.
necessarily a recast though, and I'll explain why. But this is where I get. This is where I get a little. I'm nervous about it. So Trinity and Neo and Morpheus are all dead, right?
Okay.
Yes,
Yes. Okay. And in this movie,
according to
past
the last one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So and you could say because there's some like whatever flip floppiness on this. Maybe Keanu didn't die because it doesn't
Right.
technically show him die. It just
Mhm.
shows him being picked up from those machines and stuff. He could have been
Exactly.
unconscious, but let's just say he died. So I think what's happening, and this is just my theory.
Theories abound.
I think what's happening is so. Do you remember the scene? I think it's in Reloaded, I believe, where he meets the architect and he's in that. It's like a room full of screens, TVs everywhere.
Yes.
Okay. So he talks in that scene with the architect.
That's like one of my favorite parts of that
Dude.
movie.
I fucking love. I love
Yeah.
the Matrix so much. The only thing I don't like is the whole like
much do
robots
you love
fighting Sentinels in the
And
third
I,
one.
and I fuck with the fact that whoever that dude was, I don't know that guy's name, but that guy
The guy
that's
that
in the
played the
room with the,
architect? Yeah.
with the TVs, wow, got his ass.
Good job.
Got him.
But
10 points.
10
he
points,
he
Gryffindor.
played that role so well. This guy's fucking face never changes.
Same thing with the Oracle.
Never.
In a different way. I think the
Oh
Oracle
man,
did so
she's
good.
the bomb, bro.
Yeah. But so what my theory is in that moment when he's talking to the architect is explaining that the one there's been many versions of the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the current one.
Right.
And that, the one has shown up in different forms all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what I think is happening is that at the end of Revolution, they are at peace with the machines, and then all the humans are not all, but a lot of humans are back in the Matrix, and
Mhm.
it's just a new version has started back up.
right.
And then that took care of the Smith issue.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what's happening is that Neo, I don't know who or why, whether it's the architect or an oracle or something that we don't even know yet. I think
Excuse me.
Trinity and Morpheus are dead. They're not actually. I think that Morpheus and Trinity are programs
Mhm.
in the new one, and that Keanu is resurrected, hence the title,
Mm.
and he is the new one again. But then someone is leaving these programs like Trinity and stuff behind to kind of wake him up again.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening. But it still doesn't make sense. Like, why is Morpheus? It's happening in the future,
Mm-hmm.
but Morpheus is younger.
Right.
But it's a simulated version of Morpheus, so it could have been anything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love the Matrix. I'm actually excited to see the new one. But I mean,
like
I don't know.
I now forgive me because it was a long time ago that I saw it, but
Your penis?
yes.
Forgive me, but it's been a while.
I just need to try to remember.
Dude,
real quick.
we're on the bad jokes today. This is
But I love that like the John Wick movies and the Matrix have so many like random things tied
crossovers.
together.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I-
Did you know there's full theories that it is?
It's in the same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
that's just
especially-
fans though.
Like I hadn't seen the first
truth.
two John Wick movies. And when I saw the third, And I
wait,
was like,
you
You
didn't see
watched the third first?
yes.
John
That's
Wick
weird.
the
God.
The
Third.
first one's the
Because
best.
That
it was-
hurt, bro.
Yeah.
Right, but what I'm saying is I hadn't seen the other ones. It was just that a group of us were all were like, I want to go see the
You were
third
just a
one. I'm
tag
like,
along.
I'll just tag along.
The third one is the
Yeah.
one with Halle Berry, right?
Yes.
And the
Yes.
dogs.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
the
The first
one's
one's definitely the best
the
one.
best
to me.
one. Yeah,
although, like, dude,
Better than Halle Berry with dogs?
yeah.
wait a minute, is that? Yeah, I saw the third one.
I think
Yeah,
it's
the
that
third
one.
one's
There's only
Halle
3
Berry
right
with the
now,
dogs.
right?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
your favorite
Okay.
Halle Berry movie?
John Wick 3.
Fair enough.
Wait, so my favorite thing that she's done or my favorite movie that she is in? Because that's two different things.
Wait,
Her-
what do you mean?
So her performance is the best in the movie that I like her in, or she's in this movie that I like a lot, and that's the best movie that.
Oh,
Either.
Okay,
There is that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
I
I,
know
hear
what you're
you.
saying. I know
I'm
what you're
saying
but-
X Men Storm.
Okay, there you go. All right.
Okay, but
fair
that's
enough.
not. I'm not going. Halle Berry was so good in X Men. Like I'm not saying that. X Men's
She
fucking
played
sick,
the
and she's in it.
perfect Storm.
She was an okay Storm though. I don't.
She
I
was
didn't-
pretty.
I didn't hate her
pretty
as Storm.
Decent Storm.
I like a
but-
lot of Halle Berry movies for real.
I can only think of a few.
Yeah, I can only think of
Like not even
five.
that I like. I can only think of a few.
My all-time
Period.
favorite Halle Berry movie is called Losing Isaiah.
I thought you were
Never
gonna say
seen it.
Swordfish because
It's
you
a,
get to
it's
see
a
her
movie
titties.
about. Basically it's a movie about this crackhead bitch. She throw her son in a dumpster.
Crackhead
Wait,
and
Halle
then she
Berry
gets
plays a
him back.
crackhead.
Yes, Halle
Wow.
Berry plays a crackhead.
Mm.
She throws her son in the dumpster,
Wow.
and then her life is based around that, and she tries to get him back.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Arguably, does she deserve that? I don't. Threw
don't
him
know.
in the dumpster.
You threw your child
Isn't
in the
there a
dumpster.
movie
get
where
the
she
fuck
has
out.
sex with Billy Bob Thornton?
That's called Monsters Ball, my brother. I was
Yeah.
about to say something about that too.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that movie.
That's,
wow.
that's one of the only ones I know.
Damn, dude, I haven't
And that
even
was
heard
real.
That.
I
haven't
looked up.
even heard that.
I researched that
Oh,
shit.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
looked up to see if Billy
I
Bob
heard that.
actually hit that.
They pounded.
He
I
was
heard
in
that.
there,
Like
bro.
method acting. They fucking
In there.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I
Bro,
don't
look
believe
it up.
that.
It was a real. It's.
Yes.
I swear, yo. If I'm tripping,
I agree. I heard and read the same thing.
real sex scene.
Mm-hmm.
it's possible. I've
It's
heard that
it's
before.
known as like a wild sex.
Billy
I'm-
Bob, he's a professional. So is Halle Berry. Why
I mean,
not?
shit. I'll be a professional if that's what it means. I mean, like,
She's like, put
Bro,
a
you know how
fucking
much?
sock
You know
on
how
it.
much extra money you get if you humping a bitch in a movie?
I mean, who cares if he got paid more? It's really like, how much did she get paid?
Yeah.
It's sexy. It's a heavy sex scene.
It
But that's what I
is,
want
dog.
to
That
know
shit's a
though.
little
Is it
rough.
real? It felt so real. We were doing it that we felt the heaviness surrounding the circumstances. Says Thornton,
Mm-hmm.
implying.
She felt the heaviness.
Well, I think that implies that they didn't have
I
sex.
guess.
You're
but-
saying that says that they didn't?
Isn't that how you would take
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I guess so. But no,
It felt
I
so real.
I heard they was getting it. It was humping.
I feel like there's like,
But I mean, shit.
I feel
ain't
like
that around the
that's
same
actor.
time he was?
I feel like that's actor respect.
Yeah. For
He ain't kissing and telling. I feel
Well,
like that's what that is.
but that's what do you mean kissing and telling? There'd be a whole crew of people filming them.
There might only
I
be
mean,
one
yeah,
guy.
but
There's one guy.
but
hey
those
guys,
people there
solo
are the
shoot
only
today, you
people
know what
that
I'm
know.
saying?
Yeah, it's like that's how they do.
I would.
pornos.
I don't have an opinion either way. Like if that happened, that'd be a crazy fact.
Yeah,
But I just don't see
I'm with you. I thought it happened.
like.
yeah, I definitely thought it was like a real sex scene. I swear I read some shit that said that was a real sex scene.
That's. I mean,
Just let us think it's real, dude.
maybe it is.
Bro,
Also-
in the
Are you
movie,
trying to ruin my fucking?
Bro,
I didn't realize it
this
was
is-
so
this
heavy-
is what's
heavily
super
important.
funny to me in the movie,
My
dog.
bad. Didn't know that was like a cornerstone of who you
You
are.
already
Bob-
ruined wrestling for me.
Billy Bob Thornton is this fucking sheriff, bro.
Mhm.
All right. He ends up being introduced to
He's
her
the dick
because
sheriff.
something happens to her child. Okay. For people who ain't seen the movie, I ain't gonna give it away. You gotta go watch it. 'cause
Still
it's a
real
good
to
movie,
me.
for real. But they end up like just talking to each other a lot because they be helping each other out, whatever. And then one day they're just at the crib having dinner together, and then she looks at Billy Bob Thornton.
So wait, why
And
is it
she
called
says-
Monsters Ball?
He's got monster
I
balls,
was gonna
dude.
say, have you seen Billy Bob?
Wow,
No,
wow.
It's
No, I'm fucking crying over here because I just picture like, and you ruined wrestling too. Just let me have this, man.
Yeah, bro, let me have fucking Monsters Ball.
But yeah, they just be like, she looks at him and she goes, "I want you to make me feel good."
Oh shit!
I swear to God, yo, that's what she looks
Billy
at him and
Bob's
just
like,
says, "I want you to make me feel
He's like, hold on, I got warm blankets in the other room.
Then
Prop your feet up.
You need some Midol?
He's like,
No, you know Billy Bob's freaky though, because when him and
I was gonna say
Angelina Jolie,
Angelina, yeah.
well, like they were wearing vials of each other's blood around their neck.
Yuck.
Oh God, he probably
Yeah,
still
it's-
has that.
That's
I
some
would.
old Illuminati ass shit.
Why not? Fuck it.
You know what?
I think it's kind of
Little
cool,
Angelina
kind of.
blood.
I don't know if I would
You
do
know,
it, but it's kind of
actually,
cool.
You know what?
If you're a
I think
vampire?
I think
Yeah.
it was Joey Jordison actually. Like back in the day,
Drank blood?
I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was
That's
him.
what killed him.
When he got some sort of like drumstick
He's like, you mean the
deal.
other day?
He got like a drumstick deal, and the deal with them was that like as a limited edition like signature version of his stick, his like he gave like a couple vials of blood and it was mixed in with the paint that they
Yeah.
used to print.
That's like Tony
Now,
Hawk's
how
boards
cool would
or
it
Lil
be if
Nas's shoes.
the drumsticks were like clear acrylic filled with his blood?
That
like,
would be sick. Like it's a clear
Terrifying.
drumstick and there's like
Yeah.
a stripe.
yeah.
that would be sick.
It's like free flowing in there. You could just it's like swashing
Oh, that's
around. Like,
kind
you're
of
just like,
scarier. I just meant it was like
That'd be
like
fucking sick. It's
Like
just
a thermometer.
yeah.
It's just
Well,
splashing.
A thermometer would be even crazier if you added like mercury to it or something and it could go up in temp.
He's like, this is Joey's blood.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, bro.
Relax.
Dude,
I still meant it's a drumstick. I just meant that as your hands heated up, it. Yeah. I didn't mean I want to put his blood in my mouth.
so I know it's
I
not,
do want to, but I didn't say that.
I know it's not I know it's not
knew what you
quite
were
spooky
thinking.
season yet, but
It's close.
It's close
yeah.
enough.
So I was gonna say when we were talking about movies just then.
Mm-hmm.
So I have seen this certain movie twice, and to me it is the scariest movie I've ever seen.
Oh God,
Passion of
what
the
is
Christ.
it?
Yes. No. That did creep me out though. I've
It
only
is
watched it
weird.
one
It
time
is
and it
creepy.
freaked me out.
Passion of the Christ.
Like I don't remember it, but it,
The
'cause
devil is like a very weird.
There was like
guy
a
in
a guy under a bridge or something. He's like,
Nailed it.
Whoa.
But maybe I'm
Nailed it.
remembering that wrong. I don't know. But there's this movie.
Oh shit.
Have y'all ever seen the movie Hereditary?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
They've seen
Did
everything,
that shit
dude.
fuck
I
you
know.
up the
Dave-
first
Dude,
time
Dave
you
just
saw it?
watches.
No,
I
bro.
love it. I love that about him.
Listen, this is what happened, dog. The very first time I watched that shit,
Yeah, I know the movie though.
and that little girl get to saying that weird shit,
Yep.
I was like, bloop, turn that shit right the
Oh,
fuck off because
be
it was
glad.
dark and I was by myself.
I don't like.
That was the
scary
first time.
Be glad.
Then the second time, I'm
Oh,
like,
that's
man,
new.
fuck it. I'm like, it's cool. Let me
Yeah.
watch this shit, man.
Love scary movies.
I watched this shit, and I got all the way through it, and by the end, bro, I'm like, I have to stay awake.
Yeah.
Bed.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, I'm telling you.
I gotta
and
stay awake.
There's nothing in that movie. It has Toni Collette like from Sixth Sense.
Mhm.
She. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I
from
don't.
Little
I
Miss
think,
Sunshine.
I'm pretty sure she got snubbed for like a big award that year, and it's unbelievable because I've never seen better acting than that movie.
Yeah, man, she's pretty good.
It's one of those like A24 movies, so it's very like
Listen to this synopsis. Like, listen how like it literally just says, a grieving family is haunted by tragic and disturbing occurrences.
yep.
That's like
No,
90% of
but
Netflix.
That's literally
but
like,
that's important though.
Yeah.
because
I
that's
fucking
that's
hate shit like that.
the
but
the
yeah,
movie.
I mean,
if you,
I mean,
if-
I understand that's what it's about, but I'm saying like, do you guys like
Right,
how
if you're just
general is
passing
that?
by-
yeah, that's the
this is-
Hey,
most
some spooky
general.
stuff happens.
there's a reason for that though, because there's nothing in that movie that happens. Maybe like one thing at the end that is blatantly scary.
Why is it called Hereditary? Because like
it's
dead
let me
family
put it this
member?
way. It's
It's
like a
this-
thriller horror movie,
Yeah.
but it's a family drama.
mhm.
okay.
Like, but I'm telling you,
It's
that
cool.
is by far
cool.
the best horror movie I've ever. Like, granted, I understand that there's like the classics. Like, I still love The Shining.
oh yeah, I was just gonna
But
say.
like, as far as movies that have physically creeped me out, like, you know, most
Yeah.
of the horror movies now, like, I'm not a fan of the Conjuring movies. I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of any
I
of
don't
that
really
stuff
like
because
Conjuring.
all
I
it
don't
like
is
a lot of
just
newer
jump
horror.
scares.
but
But that creeped me out. Like the first time I watched it, I went like the whole time you're trying to like piece together what's happening, and
Yeah.
it's so trippy that like
that's why I like thrillers a lot.
there's
too.
there's
You
probably
gotta, like-
about a 30-minute span in that movie where you're like, is any of this actually happening, or
Right.
is it like a dream? Is it
Right,
whatever?
yeah.
And it keeps popping in and out of
Like some
sequences.
Shining type shit. Like
And
you're like,
you're-
what's actually
and you're
happening?
like, yeah, I don't know what's happening, but I can't tell
Yeah.
if this is real. And you're trying to like piece together why things are happening.
Yeah.
And like there's like the second time watching it, I knew where all the like the hints were.
Mm-hmm.
So it's real clear throughout the whole movie what's happening.
That's the
But
best.
when you
is, like,
watch it the
second
first
going
time,
back,
you're
you're
like,
oh,
I don't
shit.
know
Hell yeah.
why any of this is going on.
I'm not a big scary movie fan to the point where I think I can name.
I was gonna say, let me tell you my top 10 because I love horror movies. I do like another little small time YouTube channel called Big Kid Horror Reviews.
Oh, that's
If y'all,
cool.
if y'all ever want to check it out, I just talk about scary movies and shit. I haven't done a video in a while. I gotta make a new one, but these are like I did a ranking system, and it's like basically I scored it like 1 through 5, like 5 being the best, 1 being the worst.
Okay.
And my scale or my categories were like scary, how original I think it is, how rewatchable I think it is, like my personal.
So do you go
feelings
1
on
through
it.
5 per category, then add
Yeah,
them
1 through
up?
5, and then add them up.
Okay,
And then
okay.
entertaining, like how entertaining I think it is my last one. But
Okay.
like, so I actually did like a top 50, but these are my top 10. The Evil Dead remake.
Love that. That's one of the ones I like.
Yep, that's 10.
Yep.
Number 9 is House of a Thousand Corpses for me.
I don't like that movie.
Oh yeah.
Number 8 is the Texas Chainsaw remake, the 2003 version with Jessica Biel.
Not a big slasher fan.
Raw.
That's not me in the wheelchair. That's just
Both.
Oh my god.
Both things. They could be both.
number 7, and this is just like a big personal for me. Halloween 6.
Okay.
Number 6, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
Number 5.
Is Halloween 6 one of the Rob Zombie ones?
No, that was like a little bit
'Cause
before
he-
Rob
It
Zombie.
would have to
Okay,
be
'cause
close
he-
to him though.
Because
Close,
his was
yeah.
just Halloween 1 and 2, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
There was Halloween 6, then Halloween H2O, then Halloween Resurrection, and then the 2 Rob
Mhm.
Zombie ones,
Mm-hmm.
and then the new remake.
Okay.
But okay, so Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, 5 is the original Halloween, 1978.
Yep.
4 is I love this movie, Cabin in the Woods.
I've seen it
Okay.
before.
Yeah,
It's
cool.
okay.
Oh, I love Cabin in the Woods. It's very that scored high on
Isn't
the
that the
original.
one? Is that the one where like the chick's shaving her leg in the tub and it like her skin's coming off?
I don't think.
Don't
that
think so?
happens.
I
don't
think-
know. It's you would know
That's
because
Cabin
it's like
Fever,
a.
I think.
Oh, that
Yeah,
is
you're
Cabin
thinking of
Fever.
Cabin Fever,
Okay,
yeah.
you're right. You're
Cabin
right.
in the Woods is like. It's,
I'm not trying to
it's
be
like
funny
a-
because that's that movie where the dude.
No.
be-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cabin in the Woods is like it starts like a super typical like horror trope with like the teenagers
wait.
going off to like a cabin and shit.
It's the one that's like a trap, right?
but
And
it's like a trap. It's like a TV show.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
they're
I've never
setting
seen
everything.
Yeah.
that, but I remember that.
It's like
The
these dudes
Cabin
are
in
like
the
That's
Woods,
naked.
good.
like,
back
That's a
set
good
up.
movie.
They meme that a lot with like who had you know, they'll say like something crazy like who had this on their list for 2021, but they always use that for the photo. It's like a big board of like all the different.
So that's
Fucked
good.
up
Like that's a
things
good
or whatever.
movie.
Yeah, I love it.
I'll
I
have to
think
check
it's
that
good.
out.
Yeah, it's
I remember
pretty
that
cool.
coming out, but I never saw it.
3 for me is Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. It's fucking amazing.
Okay.
2 is Scream the original, and 1 for me is The Shining.
The Shining's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Doctor
See,
Sleep too.
I
Doctor
would.
Sleep.
Oh,
I haven't seen
dude,
that
the
yet.
new one or the
yeah.
the new
with,
one.
Ewan McGregor.
Ooh, it's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
I haven't
So
seen it.
good. And they, oh my god, they did
It's great.
such
Bro,
a
this
good.
dude-
he's
This dude Stanley Kubrick was a genius.
Oh my god,
He's
yeah.
a fucking
I
asshole,
literally just watched Full Metal Jacket yesterday.
yeah.
So
yeah.
you know
though.
what
Do
I'm saying?
do you
Like,
know about
classic.
him being a fucking asshole?
To
No.
what's
Yeah,
her name
he's
in
a
The
fucking
Shining?
piece of shit, dude.
But a lot of
Shelley
like
Duvall.
a lot of fucking like.
Like she.
Oh
went-
yeah,
I mean,
I heard
people
about that shit
are,
on
you know what I mean? Like-
B.O.B. He got some shit like that on one of his albums or one of his mixtapes or some shit
Oh,
like
really?
that. Yeah, it's like a little reference
Yeah,
to Stanley
he-
Kubrick
he's-
being rude. He's like on the news, like, what the fuck? Like going to fucking
he's a
in.
genius, but he's
Mhm.
a fucking asshole.
Like
Yeah.
that's.
I mean, they're not mutually exclusive. You could be
Yeah.
a genius and an asshole.
Well,
Right.
Like the thing for me is I would put The Shining and Hereditary up there. Like I would put them for different reasons. Like because they're two completely different movies. The Shining is such a classic and it's a great story and it's a great movie.
right.
The reason that I put Hereditary up there is the director of that. Well, all around it's dope. The soundtrack is incredible. It's very like spatial audio stuff. So it's like
That's cool. I like
little
that.
like in your ears and you're like
that
what?
shit is cool.
But then the direction in it is ridiculous. Like the whole
Yeah.
thing, again, when I say it's a family drama, it literally is. There's nothing in it that's like a jump scare really. There's no like cheesy moments. It's very much like
Those are some
about
of the
a
scariest
family going
ones,
through
like,
a
Yeah, where it's just
tragedy.
a
where it's just
feel.
like
There's a,
yeah,
And
it's like
the whole
creepy.
time in that movie, the whole point of what the director did with it is he tried to make you like, you know, in some movies they'll try to make you uncomfortable or like uneasy with a scene, but
Yeah.
then the next thing that'll happen is like some sort of relief. So you're like
Right,
tense,
yeah.
and then you're
So
fine.
It's a roller coaster.
Like even in like the new Halloween, I love the new Halloween.
Yeah.
there's moments where it's like it's real tense, and then there's a funny part,
Yeah.
and then it's
Okay,
real
yeah.
tense. You know, so you get to
pacing.
breathe.
Yeah.
And there, you never get a second to relax, because the whole thing, even when there's nothing, again, there's not really much that's like that scary in it, but he puts so many like awkward and uncomfortable situations in front of you, and lets them drag on. Like I don't want to give anything away about it, because it would be
Yeah, I
fun
might
to
check
watch
it
all
out.
together. But like that movie, there's a scene in it where it's just like a dinner scene. The family's at dinner and they're eating, and then an argument breaks out, and let's just put it this way, the mom like storms off, and it's just the dad and the son at the table. And when the mom storms off, he cuts to a wide shot from the living room, so it's like real wide, and you can see like most of the house,
Okay.
and you just see her walk away and go upstairs. He holds that shot for like a good 40 seconds with no one says a word. They just continue to like sit there and like eat in
It's just, like,
silence.
awkward, but good
And you're like,
cinematic. Like,
Oh, like because what they're talking
like
about
tense.
is very like tense and like big, and then she storms off, and you're like,
yeah.
Yeah, see, for me, I'm actually curious what you guys would think about this. Like, I'm gonna name a couple like scary movies that I like.
Yeah.
I would say I'll give you 10, but I don't even know if I can name 10.
Okay.
So, but I'll be honest, it stems from me. Like when I was a little kid, my imagination made me like a super pussy. Like if I watched, I'm not kidding. Like I watched the movie Lost Boys when I was
Lucifer.
like 6 years old, and it fucked me up.
Oh
And that's
my
not even that
God.
scary.
Oh
Right.
man.
Yeah.
I was watching.
But that's
he's
what
not
I'm
a
saying.
big fan of trains.
So that's what I'm saying though. Is like when as an adult, it's different. But when I was a kid, it was hard to like.
Hit us with the top 5. Like, if
Okay.
you had to think of 5 scary movies you'd watch.
I
like,
won't
what
put them
are
in order because I
Yeah.
don't,
Yeah.
But I do like the Evil Dead remake.
Yeah. It's
I
amazing.
like the Carrie remake.
Yes.
Okay.
Dope.
Yeah, I like you guys ever see The Orphan?
Hell yeah. Dope.
Yeah, Dead Silence.
Yep. Okay. Dead Silence.
Yeah,
Wow.
but Dead Silence is one of
Okay.
those movies though. Like it's good once because once you know,
Yeah. Then you know.
you know.
Yeah.
Saw 1 and 2 are pretty good.
Okay.
After 2, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
stop being Fast and the Furious about it.
I feel like my scary movie list is like way different than you guys'.
Yeah.
I don't like slasher stuff.
I mean, I kind of fuck with slasher stuff sometimes, but it just depends. Like Stay Alive, I fuck with that movie.
I like that movie.
That's
That's the
movie
video
where,
game
like,
one.
the video game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
If you die in a game, you die in real life.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit is cool.
What about like is Final Destination
That's not horror. I feel like
Not-
that's a thriller.
right?
I mean, it's
Right?
it's in the
It's
horror
gory,
section, but
but
it's
Right, 'cause
not
death
like
is coming.
Yeah,
Okay, I
it's a
get it.
thriller though. Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are cool too, though. I like
And
those.
like one of my favorites, it's pretty recent actually. I got into it a whole lot. It's fucking A Quiet Place. I like that franchise.
Yeah.
I like that
the
a
first
lot.
one and the
I still
second
haven't
one.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen the second one, but I
Bro,
like.
it's dope.
See, that's what I'm saying. Is
Dope.
that
Like
a horror movie?
it's still continuing
It's like
from the first
that's
one.
like the current age of like horror movies. It's kind of like more like
But that's like,
thrillerish,
that's like, it's not the same, but it's like Cloverfield.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Cloverfield's not a
Yeah.
horror movie.
it's kind of like horror sci-fi.
But
Is
that
it?
shit was like
It all crosses over. You know?
Okay.
Like yeah.
That's yeah.
I
If-
love
if-
that movie just simply because you literally have to be there with the characters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have no choice because you can't hear shit.
Dude, I gotta get you guys this one movie to watch. It's called there's a couple of them, but like the original one is like the one. It's called The Cube. You guys ever heard of The Cube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
think so.
it's like Saw before Saw.
Yeah.
Okay,
But it's
yeah, I
like
know exactly what you're talking
and it's
about.
like you're in this fucking huge cube where there's tons of rooms,
Mhm.
and to get to the next room, there's a death trap, but you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So like they're like taking their shoes off and throwing it in, and then it just fucking disintegrates their shoe,
Damn.
and then
There's
all
a-
kinds of
Sometimes
crazy
ain't
shit.
nobody said yet 13 Ghosts. That's my shit.
Yeah,
I love.
and
I fuck
Ghost
with
Ships.
13
I love
And
13
Ghost Ships.
Yeah.
Oh, Ghost Ship was pretty good
Yeah,
too.
those are both good.
You just reminded me of something, but before I forget to mention it, if you guys are pretty versed on The Shining, there's
Yeah.
a theory on YouTube that's pretty recent called the Wendy theory. I believe that's what it's called. But it has to do with Wendy or whatever. But like,
Okay.
if you know the movie, you know like it's like supposedly about Jack going crazy. You know what I mean? Like he's the
Right.
crazy one. But this theory presents the idea that it's actually Wendy going crazy the whole time, and they put like some pretty good facts forward that it's like. It's pretty much a thing. It's like you'll never view the movie the same again. You'll always be like, "Oh
well,
shit!"
And The Shining is such a cool. Even the book version is like
yeah.
the story of it is so wild that like to this day, people are still contemplating what it means, what actually
Right.
happened, what's real, what's not.
Yeah.
And like no one knows.
I like
no
the
one knows
made-for-TV version that they made. Like, well, Stephen King hated the movie.
Right.
He hated Kubrick's version, so he made his own in like the late '90s or early 2000s.
Yeah, that was a bad choice, huh?
Well, and I will say
It
too,
was alright,
when they did
but it didn't do as good.
when they did the Doctor Sleep thing a couple years ago, I remember watching that and I was like, that was the perfect way to do like a sequel movie.
Yeah, that was
because
fucking
it
dope.
stands alone as its own movie.
Yes.
Like it's not like
Yes.
it's not like you're watching it because you're like, oh, it's all gonna there.
But
it's
it
all
has
gonna be
those
at the
cool
hotel.
Shining
Yep.
references, and that's why I love Ready Player One because
Yeah.
they go into the Shining.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
the thing though.
That's
is
not the only reason I love it.
right, but you like that, yeah.
with
I like
Doctor Sleep though, they don't even go to the hotel until like towards the very end
yeah,
of the
like
movie.
the last 10-15 minutes. Yeah,
And the way they do it is so well
Yeah.
done. Like, you know, in the beginning of The Shining, there's like it's them driving through the hills and it's like
yeah.
wah,
Yeah.
wah,
Yeah.
wah,
So-
wah.
So-
Like, it does that again. Like they're like it like builds up and then you just see them driving and you hear that music start and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, here we go.
So
We're
I
getting
have
to the big finale.
So I plan on watching that movie. I just haven't yet. I know it's been out for like a year and a half now or something like that. But
Yeah.
what without telling me too much, like
What, Doctor Sleep is what you're talking about?
yeah. So like I know that it's his
Danny,
son,
it's
grown
Danny
up,
grown up, yeah.
but like
and he basically is like becomes kind of a shitty person in life, and it's kind of a story about his redemption. Like he runs into this little girl that has the same like the Shining like he did, but she's more powerful.
Yeah.
And there's like this like sect of like almost like kind of vampire-ish
Yeah.
people that like feed on people's like souls and shit. They have the Shining too.
yeah. See, that
And,
seems
like,
like not the same.
It's like it's very different,
right.
but it all ties in. But it's like these people like feed on people's shine. They want to find this little girl because like people who shine are like good to them. Like they feed on that, like their power to make them more powerful or whatever. So like he has to help this little girl, and they end up back at the hotel, and it's good, dude. It's definitely worth it.
I
I was
definitely-
very
Yeah.
skeptical because I'm a big
Yeah.
Shining.
I
fan.
want to see it still.
I
I'm
was
just
like,
saying that doesn't sound like it.
It's different.
you would
You'll
actually
like it.
probably really like it.
Yeah,
It's-
you would, you
even
would.
though
I
it
like
sounds
Evan
kind of-
McGregor.
It sounds kind of weird, especially going from like The Shining to that, because in The Shining, the actual Shining is so like secretive, and you're like,
Right,
what?
right. And
like-
this one's like really
This
like,
one's, like,
delves into what is
yeah.
the Shining. Like,
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's more of that.
That
But
could
it's
be
cool,
cool.
dude. The dude that they got to play Dick Halloran or whatever, the old black man. Because obviously
Yeah.
he's dead now, but like
Yeah.
they had a
Yeah.
good like guy play him and shit. See what that's a good recast.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's so fucking shitty. Like between the two Rob Zombie Halloweens,
Mhm.
they had to recast the little boy that played Michael,
Right.
and it was like not even close, and it just completely ruined it.
You know
Like,
what I love though is that I think it's in the new Halloween. A lot of the shots with Michael in it
Yeah.
are the original guy.
Yes, Nick
Pretty
Castle.
dope.
Nick Castle.
I
That's
just
fucking
read
dope.
some of the theory stuff about the Wendy stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of. I'd like to see a
There's a
video
specific
format.
video.
Of
I'll
it.
try to find it. And I'll
Yeah,
send it
I
to
wonder
you.
if it's this guy. Is it,
It-
Rob Navarro? Is the name of the YouTuber?
It's been like a few months since I watched it. I
This
don't
article
really
is
know.
talking about like how this dude, a YouTuber named Rob Navarro, suggests this theory, and it's like snowballed.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's recently blowing up, so that probably is him. But no, what you made me think of with the cube though is there's another movie, and I can't think of what it's called. Like maybe like The Pit or something like that. But it's like it's a foreign film too. And usually like what's that movie show you watch, The Heist or whatever?
Yeah, Money Heist.
Money Heist, yeah. Like he was watching that for a while, and I couldn't get into it because like the overdubs or
They're
whatever.
speaking Spanish,
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
but
Yeah,
You dub
they're
it.
dub it.
Yeah.
with
and
English.
so I start watching this movie, The Pit, I'll call it or whatever. And like I was kind of like dozing off, not really paying too close attention to it. But like as I got a little into it, I'm looking and I'm like their lips ain't matching up. Like I'm like, hold on, like this a foreign film, like, but it was good as fuck. Like I got into it, and anyway, it's about this fucking dude who winds up in like I guess it's like a punishment or like a prison type of thing, and he's with this other old man, and he just wakes up on this like level, and
It's called Escape Plan.
at every day there's this elevator that comes down the middle. It's like they're in these open squares. The center is
Yeah,
the
it's
whole.
called Escape Plan.
It's Escape Plan. And it's
Sylvester Stallone in that shit.
No,
I would say not if it's foreign. I mean, I guess he
No.
could be in a foreign
This
film.
is like
but
a low budget,
It's
weird,
like the same shit. That's the same exact movie.
It's like 100,000 levels that go down, and like every day the elevator comes down, and depending on what floor you're on, that's how much food you get. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're way on the bottom, everybody already done ate all the food, so you get nothing but scraps.
dude,
if you're
I
way on the bottom.
swear Kevin told me a
And
similar
then
thing to this.
every 30 days that you're in there, you just wake up on a different random level.
It's
You
called-
might be on the first level.
It's called the
bottom.
platform.
The platform.
okay.
Yeah. And the whole thing is like it drives people crazy because they know if they end up on a certain level, they're never
They're
gonna
gonna-
eat.
yeah,
or
they're gonna starve.
or like some
For
people
30
like jump
days.
and fucking.
Yeah, this says in
Like-
the future, prisoners housed in in vertical cells watch as inmates in the upper cells are fed while the below starve.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like a hierarchy.
And I think finally in the
I
end they
think Kevin
figure out a
told
way
me
to
about this
climb up or
movie.
something and get to the top. And it's like they get to the top and it's like this super fancy 5-star fucking restaurant and shit. And like they're just like cooking this nice ass food and shit. But they're just sending it down the fucking.
Oh my god.
which is weird when you think about that, because that means that the top floor are still prisoners, but they're like,
Yeah, but they're super well fed.
Yeah.
It's like a
Hell yeah.
luxury to be on the top.
Yeah, yeah,
floor.
yeah.
Right.
that's a
Yeah.
cool idea
It
for
was
a movie.
kind of a cool movie. Yes, I don't think it's that long
Yeah.
either. Like.
But y'all ever get into The Descent? That's another one of my
Yes.
favorites.
No.
The
The
Descent.
Descent is cool.
I,
1
I,
and 2.
is
I
that the
barely
one with
remember
the,
two, but
is that the one with like the ladies in the cave?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I've never
yeah.
seen it, but I know.
They go like
that was pretty
cave
creepy back in the
climbing or
day.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's like
There's, like,
these
shit in it.
creatures down
That
there.
was the same era
Yeah.
as like Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Mhm.
Wrong Turn.
Right,
Right.
all
Yeah.
that shit. I fuck with them
yeah.
shits.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies that were really popular when I was younger that I'm like, I don't get it. Like Jeepers Creepers. I'm like, this shit's
Yeah,
stupid.
Oh,
they tried to
man, yeah.
reboot that, and that's fucking flopped.
Jeepers
like,
Creepers 3 was horrible to me.
That's
I
what I'm
just
saying,
think
yeah.
movies. I think that movies like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like it. That's why I don't like slasher
Yeah.
films. That like I respect people who like horror, and it just feels like sports in the sense that I just don't get it.
Well, true slashers have been dead since like the 80s.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even watching those movies, it's like
Like Scream, and then like the couple Halloweens that came out in the 90s were like the only things that were.
I like
slasher
like
that
scary
made it,
movies
like-
that are more like the cerebral, like what is
Yeah, yeah.
going on?
Hereditary.
Hereditary.
Yeah, I like
Now,
shit like
will say
that.
though, like I'm not a huge
Amityville
slasher
Horror.
guy,
Yeah,
but I
Amityville's
love.
good. I like that one with
I
Ryan-
love the
Ryan
Halloween
Reynolds?
stuff.
The Rob
Yeah.
Zombie ones.
2005. Yeah.
I don't actually like the Rob Zombie ones,
Mm.
but I like the first.
The first
two,
one was okay.
Like
but-
the first two John Carpenter ones, and then
Yeah.
the
I just feel like
latest
anyone
ones.
can make those movies. Like there doesn't have to be story. It's just
Right.
a guy who's gonna chase people
But
and
I
he's gonna
think-
walk
I
and he's
think-
gonna catch them and they're gonna die.
That's not true. There is more story. That's why I like
Right.
Halloween better than I like Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th is very fucking cookie cutter. Like, here's a
Yeah.
bunch of teenagers at camp. You're all getting killed.
Right.
No one cares what the fuck your name is. Like,
right.
With Michael
whereas
Myers though.
Michael Myers, there's a
story
big
and, like,
story arc to where it's like he's chasing the same people throughout all the fucking like
And-
11 movies.
And the
shit,
best
so.
way to like
He hasn't
look at it
killed
for
him yet?
me is the same
No.
way of like I understand that
sucks.
there's
I know.
there is a legit plot to John Wick movies, but
Yeah.
the big thing that you love about it is the action in it.
For sure.
And especially now that they're redoing these like Halloween movies, the
Yeah.
last one was pretty brutal. And it wasn't just like bloody or whatever, but it's like this dude is
Right.
like the strongest person ever to exist.
I-
And then when you get into like the trailer for the new one
Right.
of how he got out of the
Yeah,
house,
yeah.
you're like, oh, what? This is
Yeah,
gonna be
it's
nuts.
dope.
Yeah, I just like when I was younger, I like kind of hated on it more. Now I'm just kind of like it's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how I feel about horror movies is how I feel about chick flicks, and what I mean by that is that people watch movies so they can cry about the sad shit, and then
Yeah.
people watch movies so they're like, like I don't
enjoy
get
a
it.
good sad movie sometimes.
I don't get it. Why?
I like
The
when-
world is very sad. The world is
good-
very
I don't-
violent.
I
A
don't
good
like
sad movie that I always watch, bro, is Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump is
That
That
sad.
movie's
as fuck.
sad as fuck.
See, I don't think so.
Notebook is sad.
but it's also
Dude,
funny,
Yeah, Notebook's
though.
a bad movie though. But
No,
see, Forrest
dude,
Gump.
That's not a bad movie.
Forrest Gump is not. It's got sad things, but it's a very
It's a funny
entertaining
movie, yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
There's
hell
comedy.
yeah,
there's-
yeah.
Time Traveler's Wife. Fucking
No.
Benjamin Button.
See,
No.
I don't
Benjamin
like
Button.
Sad.
That's not
bruh.
a chick flick.
No, you know
Benjamin
what's
I'm
the
talking about
saddest
sad
movie though?
movies.
The
I don't like
saddest
that
movie of
movie
all
either.
time, and I
Benjamin
still
Button is kind of.
I probably it's the only movie I've ever cried at, and I would probably cry at it again. Marley and Me,
I don't.
because the dog
Marley and
died.
Me.
The
My
saddest-
Girl.
The saddest movie I ever seen in my life was Precious.
Precious.
Dude, you guys
That's
are
the
naming.
saddest
You're
movie
naming
I've
all
ever
these
seen.
movies where I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't watch those.
No,
like,
again, I wouldn't. That's the thing is like I don't think that those like Marley and Me is not a good movie. It's just a sad story. So I'm
Yeah.
like, why would I
Yeah.
watch it again? But with like horror
dog
stuff,
Skip.
I can understand to
Sad.
an extent because it's the same thing with like riding a ride
Jenkins.
or a roller coaster
Yeah.
or whatever. It's
Waldo
an adrenaline
Grace.
rush.
but like Precious. If
Right.
I read the
We're
summary
about to
of
make a
Precious,
mixtape
I
called
would
Ding
not
Jenkins
think.
and Waldo Grace.
Can't wait to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like that's. I went to the movie theaters to go see that whenever it first came out.
What a
And-
bummer! You went to the theater.
Yeah, I
To watch
definitely went to see
Precious?
it. Yeah, it was, I was
Yeah,
with my
that's-
family.
that's
you know what I'm
rough.
saying?
What a bummer, dude.
But
You go to dinner after, you're like, that was.
She's like, come on, Dave. We're going to go watch this girl get abused.
Yeah, like you guys
bro,
want to
that
get
shit was,
cheeseburgers
like,
after the movie?
So horrible. I had to get up and walk out because it was like
Saying, dude.
There-
super uncomfortable for me. I had just had a kid at the time.
That's rough.
You know what I'm saying? And like there's a part in that movie where this kid basically like almost gets smashed with a television.
Whoa.
Literally, the mom is upstairs. Well, the grandmom of the baby is upstairs trying to hurt her own daughter.
Yeah.
She fucking launches a TV over the balcony.
Dude, my
See, he has vivid memories of this movie. I saw it one time, and the only thing I remember is this dude raping the chick, and he dipped his hand in the Vaseline and was like grabbed out the biggest blob of
I
it.
thought he was about to say.
was like,
I thought, hey yo, that's not what I thought he was going to say about that movie. I thought he was going to say, "Remember the fat bitch running with the bucket of chicken?" I thought that's what he was about to say, dog.
I
didn't
feel
even
like
remember that.
I feel like if I saw that movie, that is also what I would take away from it is the
I
rape
will
scene.
say
What?
though,
I was like,
I feel like rape scenes in any movie, any TV show are the hardest thing
Yeah,
to
like,
watch.
I spit
Last
on your
house on the
brain.
left.
I-
I dare
oh,
you.
yeah.
I dare you.
I've
I
seen
was
it.
just
Woo.
watching
Or,
Sopranos.
That's
before
fucking
I
brutal,
came here.
dog.
I was watching Sopranos before I came here, and
I don't
there's
like
an
that shit.
episode
Fucking
like
hills have
midway,
eyes.
like I think in like season 3, there's an episode where Tony's therapist
Mhm.
is leaving work, and she's like leaving her office, locking up, and she goes down to the parking garage, and some guy like takes her
Wham.
and like drags her into the stairwell and rapes her, and it's
Jesus
so
Christ.
like. And it's not like something where you're like seeing it, but you're seeing like from here up,
Yeah.
and you like are hearing her like scream and cry,
Yeah.
and you're like,
It's
like I
uncomfortable.
literally,
I
can't watch that shit.
looked away. I was like, I can't.
I
do
feel
I'm
like
this.
the
saying,
best
dude.
way to
Super
escape a rape
uncomfortable.
is you become the rapist.
You just start raping them.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I mean,
What?
You just start slipping fingers. You guys remember how we were talking about? Hey, wouldn't it be funny to do an episode where
Go
We
super
said a
off the
bunch of
rails.
shit.
We gotta cut some shit out.
we talked about
We did it.
paraplegics and
I was gonna say,
rape
is this the end of the
victims?
episode? Because if so,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I say we go ahead and end the episode, but I'll just say that
So we should all sign off.
after the end of this, we plan on having a meeting about our fall merch, winter merch, things like that.
Oh yeah.
So go over.
Oh yeah.
Before our stock changes, because shirts might come and go.
Come on down to the mystery lane.
Yeah, so come on down and
.com.
get some merch, like a mug or a shirt or a hoodie.
Come get something, and then when the fall line drops, come get something again.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's what real supporters do.
Yeah. In fact, I'm actually really looking forward to getting a hoodie.
I just hired an
Yeah, I
artist
want a jacket.
today.
Did you really?
Not on Fiverr, but someone I found just randomly on Facebook scrolling through Marketplace. They were like, I do drawings for money.
That's-
And their shit was like,
Is it digital or
Okay.
physical?
she said she could do either one, but I was
That's
like,
great.
just give me whatever. But I was like, if it's digital, it gotta be high quality, obviously. But
Yeah, we need a certain
Um,
print quality, which I can tell you those numbers.
But yeah, the only direction I gave her was like just draw me something creepy for like Halloween season, like
yeah,
zombie skull creepy,
Yeah, whatever.
anything, whatever.
Yeah.
So free reign kind of, but so
Cool.
we'll see how that turns out.
yeah. So I guess stay tuned for that. And
Look out for the
just-
new merch.
Hell
You
yeah.
mentioned the
Oh yeah,
change. Yeah.
shit! I almost forgot about that. I'm glad you said that.
What?
We forgot to talk about how we're changing our schedule.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'll head it up. I'll
Yeah.
head it up.
Go
All
ahead,
right.
dude.
Tell him.
So we've been talking a lot, and we think that the best bet for us, just because, obviously you guys don't see what all is going on
Yeah, there's a
behind
lot of
the scenes,
workload.
but,
Yeah.
generally the way we did this podcast is we would have, like every Monday we'd get together and shoot a few episodes. But lately we've realized it's really starting to take away from the other time that we have to write and record and do videos and all that stuff. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to start putting out the episodes bi-weekly.
Yep.
And do we want to change?
I think we just keep it our normal
be
Thursday,
Thursday.
7
Yeah.
a.m.
Mhm.
They come up.
So just be on the lookout for that. It'll be bi-weekly now instead of weekly.
Yeah, and we're also implementing clips.
Yeah.
So
clips.
Yeah, we know. Wow, that's a throwback. We know
Oh,
that
yeah.
we know that
Goddamn.
some viewers, they're not podcast fans and they might not watch the whole hour and a half, 2-hour episode. So we're gonna break up little.
Yeah, we'll highlight the best stuff for you.
Yeah, get some
Yeah.
clips, and then those.
It'll just be a clip of me going.
Yeah, and then the clips will be dropped the following, so there'll be an episode week, and then the following week we'll have clips, and then it'll just
Right.
keep repeating. So as far as how many uploads, nothing will change on your guys' end. Just new episodes will be bi-weekly instead of weekly.
Yeah.
So
Like, comment, subscribe.
yes, please comment, subscribe.
Smash that like button.
Yeah, hit the bell or whatever else.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like it, then unlike it, then like it again.
And we'll probably make a post on our platforms about the schedule changing, and you'll probably hear it in the next couple of videos.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
actually glad you said that. I meant to open the episode with that, but I forgot.
Oh, and you guys are gonna enjoy this next one.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Gonna be fantastic.
So, well, yep. Thanks for stopping by the lane again. We'll
Hell
catch you
yeah.
guys.
Peace.
See ya.